So I watched an Asmongold video, and here we are. I just could not resist myself. The length Asmongold is willing to go just to never be wrong and pat his own ego constantly is at this point, honestly, I think a work of art. So let's start with some context.
Started off with a post actually from Blizzard themselves. So everybody's doing BGs to get Brutal Gladiator gear, and people are getting reported. They're getting reported, and they're getting fucking banned.
This is the first part you need to pay to attention. Asmongold says that people are getting reported and people are getting banned. Because someone asked in the forums a question, how does the ban system work in this game? Is it automated based on mass reporting? And Asmongold does not agree with the answer given to by a Blizzard employee. He thinks that Blizzard is lying here because the ban system is automated. And I'm going to speak on that a little bit later, but for now, all you need to understand is why this conversation is happening, why Asmongold is claiming that Blizzard is lying. And that is because he says that the banning system is automated.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to read what Blizzard's definition of non-participation really is. For non-participation, players may report you if they feel you may be AFK or not participating. Well, that's kind of what I'd expect. When enough reports are received in a match, you usually receive a temporary debuff that encourages you to get into combat. If you do not, you are usually removed from the match. So this is a great idea for any battleground besides Alterac Valley. Those reports may trigger an investigation, but none of that is automated. A member or members of a specific team are tasked for these types of things, and will look at the reports and your in-game behavior to determine if there's evidence of participation in a battleground or not. So this guy's lying. He's literally just lying. So the way I know that is that, so me and a few friends of mine, we used to farm Bloodthirsty in Cataclysm because it was like the achievement had just come out, 250,000 honorable kills. So people would have this this thing called OQ, where like everybody would queue for the same Alterac Valley or the same Isle of Conquest.
I'm touching
and
his mouse.
Then it would be everybody'd be together and we'd farm the horde in the graveyard for kills. How many of you guys did that? You guys remember those groups back? Like, I mean, we're talking like this is 10 or so years ago. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, so I just want to make sure that this is something everyone did it right. All right, so this is a real thing. So we had this one girl that I don't know if it's a girl, actually I have no idea, but
yeah, this takes a little bit long, but this is important.
We thought so. There's this one woman, this one girl, and she was the most obnoxious, stupid, fucking bitch that we had ever dealt with. And every single time, she would never type a single sentence with anything spelled right. Every single fucking time, everything was spelled wrong. You could barely fucking tell what they're saying. And guess what the raid leader is? It's them. They're the fucking raid leader, and they're spamming this shit in raid warning in front of everybody. And so, we were pissed off about this. And it was annoying, but it was also annoying how stupid they were. So me and all my friends got together an event, and we joined her groups, and reported her AFK the second Alterac Valley began, knowing that by the time that she actually got to the Horde, and sometimes if enough people reported her, it would instantly boot her from the battleground. I have screenshots of this that happened 10 years ago. It is absolutely automated. I would go...
So, first of all, considering the conversation is about getting banned automatically, getting booted off of the battleground doesn't mean a ban.
Go in and try it, but the problem is that I'm worried I could get in trouble.
True.
I can get the screenshots. You'll see the screenshots whenever I do the Cataclysm Real Story of Asmongold. This is the way that it works. They could have changed it since 10 years ago. Yeah, they have changed it since 10 years ago. They use that same system in the whole game now. Yeah, so they did. They said, wow, that works really well. Let's go ahead and just put this in the whole game. So yeah, they actually did change it. They made it the whole game. So yeah, you're literally lying, and it's not true. It's the same thing with the silence system.
And here we have the second important part. Took a little bit of time, but now we have established that getting banned is different than the silence system because he specifically mentions it. And here a little bit later on, he tries to establish a false dichotomy.
We would do a countdown in Discord, and they would count it down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, report. And that person would get fucking Thanos snapped out of existence. You would watch them riding back to the world boss, and then out of nowhere, their character would stop moving and they would evaporate. And nobody ever got banned for this, by the way. I never participated in it, and I genuinely...
By the way, to give a little bit of context here, make no mistake, he's not saying that the people that got Thanos snapped did not get banned. He probably doesn't know about that if they even did. He's saying the people who reported that person never got banned.
I really mean that. Why would I ever put my account at risk? But anyway, I think you can generally believe my account's worth a lot of money. There's no way I would ever do that.
That's true, probably.
Really, but true. I watched it happen. I watched it happen many, many times. And guess what? They wouldn't do it if it didn't work. Then on top of that, this same exact system exists in Diablo Immortal because JT, the Diablo Immortal whale, said that the opposing team was using it to get the high spenders off of the other team. So it's in PvE, it's in PvP, it's in Classic WoW, it's in Diablo Immortal. It's not fucking manual. It's automated. Why are you lying? Why do you think that we're so fucking stupid that we can't see something that's in plain sight, and it has been for 10 years? It's an insult to the entire player base that they think that we're so...
It is an insult. But Blizzard can insult you all they want. You will still lick anything they point at the end of the day. Hopeless.
So stupid that we don't know that an obviously automated system isn't automated. That's the worst part. Yeah, it's like, why don't you just say, like, yeah, we have an automated system, and, you know, like, the threshold for reports is, you know, like, if people are abusing it, we've got to look into it. Like, it's obviously fucking automated. Read it again. He's saying the debuff is automated, but the investigation that's triggered afterwards is not automated for suspensions.
And this is where someone finally tells Asmongold that he is wrong. And this is the point where everything starts to switch, the way he perceives things and the way he talks about things.
I understand that you're trying to play a linguistics game with me. So let's play. So the idle debuff is what is explicitly being talked about.
Exactly.
Not the deserter debuff.
Exactly.
So the deserter debuff can also be applied without an investigation.
It makes sense. If you get kicked off a battleground for being AFK, you get a deserter debuff, by the way. It makes total sense. No question about it, even.
And also, actions against your account can be taken automated with an automated system.
No one is disputing that, by the way. You see, here it slowly starts to change. Here the conversation takes a turn. This mod is not denying that there are automated systems that take actions if people are reported or something like that happens. This mod is denying that bans are issued if people are reported too much.
Your account can be silenced or punished for...
I personally think right there where he stops and says punished, he wanted to actually say banned. But he can no longer say banned because he has understood that he is incorrect.
Or something without a single person looking
at it. Yeah, or something. Or something means banned.
At it. I proved this the day they put the system in the game. Here, let's look at it.
And this is true. You do get silenced if you get a mass reported. Being silenced is different than being banned. So here he found a video that in the title stated get mass reported equals automatic ban. So let's see how this works out.
Alright, let's see what it is. So,
I'm not banned. Okay, so definitely what there is
Yes, you
a
are.
mass report automated.
So this is the point where Asmongold does a hard pivot. He understands that he no longer has any capabilities of proving that banning is an automated system, that bans get dished out because people report someone a lot. And this guy just proved it. He got his viewers to report him, then he got kicked off the server, he logs back in, he still can play the character, but now, as it turns out, he is gonna be muted. He will be not able to talk to people or interact with people in most ways possible. And Asmongold explicitly says that he is banned.
Like disconnect.
Try to type
if you
something.
get mass reported, you get disconnected from the game,
Yes.
and then you have to log back in.
Yes.
Interesting. Go again. I don't know. Yeah, guys, listen.
He's gonna
As you can see, definitely not a ban by any means. Annoying, yes. Completely invalid, yes. Automated, yes. But then again, no one at Blizzard in that blue post tried to deny the fact that these things are automated. The whole conversation, the whole shit show, is because Asmongold needs to stroke his ego and prove everyone wrong that bans are automated, and he can't. So he's hard pivoting now that the silence effect, where you can't speak, can't trade, I assume you can't trade, can't get into parties, is the same exact equivalent as a ban. You could have completely skipped all of this. Could have skipped looking bad, Asmongold. But no, you needed to stroke your ego. Because most people agree, I agree with the fact that most likely 100% there is an automated system that does ban people in World of Warcraft if a threshold of X is reached. 100% there is. I really doubt that there is anyone who is going to actually argue the fact that there is an automated ban system that literally takes your account and bans it from playing the game. I don't think anyone is doubting that. Since you always need to be right, he needs to now gaslight and pretend that he was always saying that getting silenced is the same exact thing as being banned. Pathetic.
type it again. Watch.
Here we go. Hold up. I'm gonna yell this. Let's do this one more time. Everyone. Oh,
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, what? That's crazy. Who could have predicted such a thing?
Everyone.
What the fuck? Oh my god. What a twist. And this proves? It proves that Blizzard was lying whenever they said that it was automated. It was not automated. It is clearly automated. That's
Yes, because this is clearly a banned account that can't log into their account and play the game. Clearly.
what it proves. They're lying to us. Yes, I was right 6 years ago and I'm right today.
He did show a video of like him a couple of years ago where he does get kicked and muted. Yes, that happened. But a ban? No, not really.
Silencing is automated, the banning isn't.
Exactly.
due to these player reports, we have silenced your account until September 13th. That is 1 week from now.
You got a 1 week suspension.
Technically, he is right, but again, Asmongold is just trying to be slezzy here, because the word suspension in games means absolutely everything almost. They can suspend you from playing the game, aka literally banning you, or they can suspend you from interacting with other people. The word suspension means a lot of things.
That dude, I
Imagine that. Imagine getting a 1 week suspension from chat because people reported you.
Yeah, it's a shit system. Like, who would have ever thought Blizzard runs a shitty ship?
You pay $15 a month for this game.
Hey, Asmongold never stopped paying, and again, if Blizzard just points at something and says, lick, Asmongold's licking it clean, no doubt about it.
What? I can't until September 13th at 1626 UTC. For more information, please visit
This
account.
obviously proves that bans are not automated, dude.
By the way, that is an extremely stupid thing to say. Again, bans are 100% automated. It's just the fact that he fails so spectacularly here, showing proof that bans are automated, it's just ridiculous. And then the fact that he pivots hard into calling a silence the same as a ban.
I'm sorry to tell you, but I don't trust the system, whatever the system is, that they use for bans.
Very evasive. I like it. Yes, don't trust the system.
Already blatantly lied.
Yes, they lied about things that you could not prove to be lies. That's called doubling down.
About 2 different aspects of it. They don't even know what they're talking about whenever they're explaining how the battleground works.
Brad, we skipped that part of the post, by the way, but yeah. Blizzard is employing for customer service people who don't even play the game. Or maybe people who have a collective 1 hour of game time on their accounts. Yeah, that's actually completely pathetic. He is 100% right about that.
And you think that I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that the bans themselves are not automated?
Yes. You could have just said that from the start. But if you think he's gonna admit that he is wrong, then you do not know Asmongold, one of the most absolutely without question arrogant people on the planet. He will let hell run loose on the world before he admits that he has ever said anything wrong. And keep in mind, this is a person, and I have videos of this explaining it, who is literally so stupid he cannot read a single line in a graph correctly.
How is this? It's literally automated. Like, how far do you have to move the goalpost to say, yeah, you got such?
Yes. I love how he gaslights people. He tries to gaslight people that they moved the goalpost. That the goalpost wasn't from the start the fact that people are getting automatically banned. Which is most likely, again, 100% happening, but he could not prove it. So now he's changing the goalpost to, well, it is an actual automatic system, and Blizzard is lying when they say it's not an automatic system.
Silence for a week, and you can't use the chat at all. But guess what? At least you didn't get banned for 30 days.
Yes. But this is such a ridiculous comparison. First, 7 days versus 30 days. Second of all, again, being silenced still means that you can play the game. You can farm shit, you can do whatever. Being banned means that you can't even play the game.
How far are we moving the goalposts here?
You tell me, Chief. You're moving it like hell on earth.
Account silence article. As the owner of this account, you're responsible for all actions associated with it. We will only overturn penalties if there is evidence of a compromised account or similar extenuating circumstances. Regards, customer service, Blizzard Entertainment. So, not a single human is looking at this. Not a single human at Blizzard is looking at this at all. This is completely automated.
True.
So if you get mass reported, you can be silenced for a week.
You can see him being a little bit not happy about the fact that he's not saying, oh, this is like a ban.
And you can't do anything about it. And also you will be forcibly kicked off of the game.
And now, let's enter full copium mode, shall we?
I like how people are trying to say that, well, the bans weren't automated and they were done legitimately by real people.
No, they were still probably automated, let's be real. But you have literally no proof of that. All your proof is you getting silenced, and that's it.
If that's true, in a way that actually means that the way that the bans were done was good.
We're kind of reaching here. We're instantaneously assuming that every ban dished out ever is 100% legit and not a human error. That's called reaching.
Why did so many people get unbanned?
Ah, a very fair question. Extremely fucking stupid, borderline autistic. The reason people got unbanned, because a lot of people got banned for this behavior, and then a lot of people started to do shit. Blizzard actually addresses situations like this. They have historically addressed many situations of this kind. Admittedly, they never addressed the allegations or anything because, that's kind of risky. But Blizzard has a history of addressing similar issues and actually revoking bans or doing things like that. This is nothing new.
Isn't that interesting?
No, it's not.
So even if you, like, I will say that it was completely, there's a guy waiting at Blizzard, waiting just for the absolute second, and he bans you. They would not have reversed the bans on such a large level, and they have not unbanned everybody. They would not have reversed the bans on such a massive level if they didn't fuck up. Let's say if you're
Fucking up doesn't necessarily mean, by the way, that it was done by a system. Now, obviously, again, it was done by a system. I should probably stop emphasizing this. But that does not necessarily mean that it was done by a system or done by all persons.
report well on a streamer person, get them punished for no reason. What a joke. I actually had this happen to me multiple times. I had to deal with it with Blizzard privately. It was very annoying.
Can I reply to whispers? Hello. Nope. I can't communicate with any of you.
No.
Can I hold up. Giga Cumblast has invited me to the group. Nice. Can I dance? Can I do emotes? I can dance. I can still do emotes. Okay, so someone invited me. They give me party lead. You can request to join my group. If you are like industrially mass reported by people that don't like you, you will be kicked out of the game. You're not going to be automatically banned, but you'll be kicked out of the game and you'll be silenced for 1 week. For 1 full week, you will be silenced. You cannot whisper. You can't invite people to a party. You can't say things. You can't yell things. It looks like you can still do emotes. This is not good. This is like so easily abusable. And
yes.
You see people abusing.
And the reason why they don't speak about it and say that they fucked up with systems like this is if they ever admit that there's a system like this, just flat out go ahead and admit it, that means there would be a lot more people trying to abuse this just for the hell of it.
You see people abusing it, dude. Anyway, yeah, there is a completely automated like punishment system in this game because definitely a Blizzard employee, an actual human, did not look at this. Crazy. Well, there you have it. So it's stuff like this that's going on inside of battlegrounds. Yeah. So you can imagine that if you're inside of a battleground and then you get mass reported, then the punishment is probably more serious, right? So yeah, if you have people being mass reported inside PGs, you can understand how people get banned.
We also don't know how many other confounding variables there are. So like if you get mass reported 2 times in a row, it's like what happens whenever you die in the Shadowlands.
That is exactly the thing. This is actually the first smart thing Asmongold has said all video. Ain't it amazing? I technically waited for it only for 30 minutes. But yes, most likely there's a scale to this. If you get reported once massively, then there is a chance if you get reported more, and by the way, there could be a cooldown period for this. For example, if you get mass reported for chat abuse and you get chat restricted, and people report you for chat abuse again, Blizzard ignores it because they know that you have no privilege of actually chatting, so the report is false. That maybe mass reporting someone a lot constantly doesn't do anything, but there's a cooldown period, for example, a couple of days, a week, or something like that. And then if you get reported again for the same shit, then you could get banned. And that is 100% automated, most likely.
The realm of the undead. Like, it's like what happens then. So, like, if you get mass reported twice, like, does it ban you at that point? There are many cases that this could be an even bigger problem than what it seems to be.
If this was a bigger problem, then this would have been known a lot faster and a lot more attention would have happened because it would have happened previously. Simple.
Happens in League 2, yeah. And so also, like, how many other reports somebody has on their account. So let's say somebody's already gotten in trouble before. I am assuming that this system probably has like a flowchart of like a punishment diagram.
Yes.
That it takes the account, it makes a decision based off of the account status, and then it applies a punishment automatically.
Yes. But he's not actually speaking anything smart, by the way, here, if we're being completely honest. Because every single game has this. It's called multiple offenses. Pretty simple, really. Now, Blizzard is going to be a little bit sleazy with their language.
On the larger point about how these suspensions are triggered, we have data analysts poring over a variety of metrics that we create to look for lack of participation. There is no single metric that gives a clear picture, so we look at a variety of metrics to make sure that we allow for a variety of valid play styles. AFK reports from other players is only one of those metrics. We certainly look at them and they can be a good clue for validating other metrics, but we do not issue suspensions based solely on these reports. There we go. So, we just actually watched a video that's related to that. It was a video where Stay Safe saw that he got...
Testing classic World of Warcraft Lich King expansion, essentially. Automated ban functionality, which this video proved there is none. The video could be wrong, that proof could be illegitimate because he only tested one thing, but this video proved that at least that wasn't a ban.
Got a suspension from chat based solely off of those reports.
Yes.
So that's a very interesting thing to say. That's not a ban, though, it's a silence?
Yep.
I didn't hit you, I didn't punch you, I was hitting you.
Yes, let's go with the childish examples of, you know, what children use when they try to claim that they are innocent because they didn't do something.
I'm not running, I'm walking fast. I'm not driving, I'm traveling. It's not a drug, it's a plant. How many more do I have to go through?
At this rate, probably a lot. I don't know. These are completely lackluster, useless examples that don't prove anything.
You think you're gonna catch me with one of these stupid fucking semantic arguments? Everybody...
Whoa. It's not a stupid semantic argument, okay? If I was playing a game and the developer said, hey, you have a choice now, a 30-day ban or a 7-day inability to speak with people, I would choose the 7-day inability to speak with people absolutely 100% every single time. You know why? Because those two things are not equal.
He knows exactly what we're talking about here. I'm not ninja looting, I'm reserving the item. It's a surprise reserve. It's one of my favorites. SR, people thought it was soft reserve? No, surprise reserve. Gets them every...
I used to roll need for everything at the end of the dungeon because it's free gold, even if I didn't need it.
Every time. So yeah, let's go. I got plenty of these. Because, like, the thing is, you guys might forget this.
No, I do not forget this, and this is my absolute favorite Asmongold part. Because you need to stroke that ego so much.
I was going to go to law school before I...
Yes, and words are cheap. Was gonna go to law school.
Dropped out to play video games.
Smartest decision.
The reason why the reason why is because I like this stuff.
But you're extremely shit at it. Like, Asmongold lies and makes no sense on a constant, regular basis. He can say yes to a thing and then start explaining in detail why he actually means no. And then when someone calls out on him on it, he is confused. He just gets confused. I have multiple videos of this. Asmongold is a literal goddamn moron.
I love this because I love tricking people with words. It's an actual pleasure of mine that I get to do it.
Delusions of grandeur. Here we go.
I do it all the time with, like, my different things in a stream that I say, like, oh, I didn't promise, I said it might happen, right?
What? Manipulator genius boys right there. Oh, I didn't promise, I said maybe. Wow. Such a high level. Jesus Christ, someone stop this man.
I do it all the time. So I'm very, very fucking aware of this stuff. Yeah, I was gonna go to...
That's why you moved the goalpost from ban to just an automated system exists. 10 out of 10.
Law school for this. Gonna go to UT Law.
Yeah, he was gonna go to UT Law or whatever the fuck that is. So first of all, I would like to just mention it. In America, if you go to learn law at some kind of not elite school, you're kind of fucked.
dropped out to play video games and make videos about how to farm gold.
Best decision of his life.
I was at a business school at the time.
He means community fucking college, by the way. Business school equals community college. But Asmongold is slowly changing, by the way, his stories about his past life. Because remember, I actually still am, to a degree, to a little bit, an Asmongold viewer. And he slowly starts to change his stories like this. Because it wasn't a business school. It was a community fucking college for free. But he wants to call it a business school because that makes him seem higher and mightier. And he wanted to go to a business school. That doesn't mean that he got into a business school or anything like that. Also, he likes to talk about his GPA, which was decent, but nowhere near decent enough to get a free scholarship in any school in America. Even a shitty one, most likely, he would not get a scholarship there. And again, it's all just boasting. Wanted to go to a law school or was in a business school. Oh, my GPA could have been 50.9 and shit like that. It's just bullshit. He's just literally constantly stroking his ego.
What if they automate silences for inappropriate language because they don't want people harassing or using slurs? Well, I think everybody would understand that. We certainly look at them as they can be a good clue for validating our other metrics, but we do not issue suspensions based solely on these reports. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, let's just see here. What does it say? What do the words say here? We've temporarily suspended. So they're actually using the exact same word. So in the language that they create, because a suspension and a ban are fundamentally different things. A ban is seen as more permanent, and
it's strange how he magically just starts to understand this extremely nuanced thing now.
Suspension as seen as temporary. I think that is a general known understanding of the differentiation between these two words. However, even in their own language, they are using it synonymously, or they are saying something that is blatantly not true. A ban implies permanent. Yes, exactly.
No, actually, it does not. Bans don't imply permanent nowadays in a lot of cases. It's kind of split. Do you play a game that does only issue bans when it's permanent? Because there's a lot of games that literally just ban you from playing for like 24 hours, after it's a week, then it's a month, and so on and so on. A ban does not necessarily mean permanent at all nowadays.
And so Blizzard disconnect again. So let's see here. When a lot of players report a player AFK in Alterac Valley, the only automatic behavior is the application of a debuff that prevents you from gaining honor until you engage in PvP combat, which can be seen in-game. So this is another lie.
That's true, by the way. That is a lie. Congratulations, Asmongold. All this fucking time to start a conversation about Blizzard is lying, that there is an automated system that bans people, by the way, which there 100% is. It's just no one has proof of it just yet. But there is. People, for example, the bot banning system is automated, by the way. Well, actually, no, that's like semi-automated, because there are videos, there are bot farmers that literally have said the same story. A GM contacts them when it looks like they are botting, and they are botting, and they have a system that's connected to their phone. If a GM opens a chat with you, then they just opens up a chat window in their phone, and they start chatting with them. That's it. So simple. So even the bot banning system is not 100% necessarily true. It's just when they do blanket bans, then it's actually an automated system, and they just choose the parameters by which they want to ban people.
I've done it myself. Mass report, wow, BG. Let's see if we can find this. Oh, here we go. Wow, look at this. This is me talking about the exact same thing 2 years ago. Here we go. Let's see what I said about it.
And that's how the video ends. Jesus fucking Christ. All this effort just to move the goalpost so you are not 100% wrong. So much effort. So much useless effort in just stroking your dumbass ego. Absolutely amazing.